I want to buy the farmed salmon or the wild caught salmon today. I'm
Yeah.
just not sure. They're right beside each other on the freaking shelf. This is a miracle.
You could be the richest, wealthiest man in the world and still not know what a pomegranate was.
Yeah, correct.
Or never have eaten chocolate. I'd love to have a chat to
Purple
him.
Pingers has put up a picture from news.com.au saying that Coles is claiming Victoria's lack of consequences is driving their massive
I was
issue
going to bring
with-
this one up,
with
yeah.
theft. Purple Pingers says one of the companies responsible for exacerbating the cost of living crisis, i.e. Coles and Woolworths, calling on the government to further criminalise and punish one of the symptoms of that cost of living crisis is just another day in a capitalist paradise. Well, I saw red. And I said in reply, cope harder. The supermarkets have profit margins of something like 3%, as I've covered in previous videos. The cost of living crisis is not from price gouging, it's from the cost of government being added on to everything we do, driving up the cost of doing business and therefore prices on the shelf. Capitalism isn't the problem. It's the reason that relatively poor people today eat better than kings did 250 years ago. We have a magical place where food items from all over the planet, in and out of season, are available for a few bucks, fresh, nutritious, and convenient. The logistics and technology behind every item on the shelf is mind-blowing, but selfish, ungrateful, unproductive little shits, i.e. purple pingers, get upset because they have to pay a few bucks for the miracle of supermarket food. The modern Coles or Woolies is the stuff of dreams from 100 years ago and pure science fiction 200 years ago, but useless eaters like purple pingers think they're a symbol of everything that's wrong with the world.
Yes. Yes.
Go fuck yourself, purple pingers.
There's so many. I haven't looked at his Instagram for a while because I don't tend to follow these people, but I was just looking at it and it's just full of propaganda.
Yeah.
I pity him. I pity someone like this who's so enamored with socialism and honestly truly believes that if they just did it their way,
Yeah.
it wouldn't go this bad. And I've got this graphic here. This is, oh, sorry, you probably can't say that. Hang on. Capitalism is a pyramid scheme. This is the rhetoric.
Yeah.
Do you want to unpack this? I feel like we should have a chat about it.
So that's actually the graphic for socialism is exactly the same, but down the bottom, instead of the word capitalism, it's a bunch of human skulls from the people that have died. That's, no, this is the thing. I've seen a real uptick in their rhetoric recently. They've gotten really aggressive, and I think also the X algorithm keeps on realigning itself. And I've just had this flood of like pro climate change, pro socialism pages all pile in. So here's the thing. Capitalism, understood correctly, is simply free trade.
Yeah.
It's what happens on a school playground when one kid has a peanut butter sandwich they don't like and another kid has too many lollies that they're sick of.
Yeah.
Right? It's what happens naturally. And government intervention of any kind that interferes with the free trade of people valuing things according to how they value it is automatically damaging. So let me what was it? Oh, that's right. We were having cheese and biscuits, like cheap cheese and biscuits after dinner with the kids because dinner wasn't very big. And so we sort of went, we should give them a bit more food. So we cut up some tasty cheese and we had some biscuits. And
Cheese and bickies.
one of my daughters accidentally broke a biscuit in half. And she was only allowed to have biscuits if she also had cheese because she'll sit there and just eat the biscuits. And she's like, it's not enough biscuit for the cheese, right? I want more. Half a biscuit with that amount of cheese. I just want the biscuit. I don't want the cheese, blah, blah, blah. And so we're like, well, you'll have to either eat it yourself or find someone else who wants it. So she then goes on a mission to give away a half a biscuit. And she offers it to me. No, thank you. I do not want a half biscuit that has also, by the way, been partially munged by you. Her older brother didn't want it either. Her mother also did not want it.
Oh, no.
But she was a persistent little girl, and her younger sister enthusiastically accepted the broken munged biscuit. And that was a lesson in capitalism for me.
Yeah.
Right? Because
there's always demand.
Value is entirely subjective. I did not place value on that half-munged biscuit because I had abundant supply in the form of unmunged biscuits sitting on the table right in front of me. However, she ran a delivery service. She took it over to her younger sister.
Even better.
Who went, well, the convenience, I don't care that it's munged. That's not a problem in my view. So we had capitalism at work right there, and having disposed of that half biscuit, she was able to come back and get the thing that she actually wanted, which was a full biscuit with the cheese that she had to have.
Supply and demand, baby.
Supply and demand. Now, this is unfolding all of the time. And the most important thing, the problem that socialists are trying to solve, one is inequality, but actually when you drill down to it, they're trying to solve what they allege to be a lack of information problem. They're saying people make bad decisions. In a capitalist free market society, people make bad decisions because they don't really understand. They don't have all the information. But a government can have all the information. We just send all the government up to a bureaucracy and all of the information up to a bureaucracy. We're going to have all the data and the stats, and someone can sit there and then they'll be able to make the right decisions.
Yes.
Right? Well, this presupposes a number of things. Firstly, that information actually exists.
Yes.
If you don't have prices, where's your information coming from? Right?
Yeah.
Without the ability to value things relative to each other, how do you know what people actually prefer and what people don't? If there's no prices attached, the answer is always yes. Would you like a private jet? Yes. Would you like a private jet for $120 million? No, thanks. Right? So if there's no price attached, the answer is always yes, which means that the information's useless. There is no ability to actually have a conversation, and that's what money is. It's actually us talking to each other about what we prioritize and what we value. In socialism, that conversation's missing. And so all we've got is top-down decisions being made by somebody who doesn't have all the information, because without prices, the information doesn't exist. And then they also make one-size-fits-all solutions, rather than, the little sister being able to say, yes, I do value that half a munged biscuit, thank you very much. And other people saying, yeah, you know what, that's really not for me. We have a bureaucrat deciding whether we value munged biscuits or not.
Munged biscuits, well, that's about all you'll get under socialism. Yeah.
And so it sounds so nice, and I get why people get fooled by university lecturers, etc. But people tend to mostly grow up.
Yes.
Right, apart from the ones that become university lecturers.
Well, the real world
themselves.
sort of shapes you. And someone like Purple Pingers and his socialist little merry bunch around him, your Zoham and Darnies and all these kind of people. I've got something on him in a second.
They're Peter Pan.
What I look at is,
had to grow up.
Have you ever been in a position where you've had to have something on the line and had to invest your own hard-earned cash to see a reward and that sort of, return on investment?
Yeah.
Coles and Woolies, people demonize them. We've talked about them a lot.
Yeah.
And same with Amazon, we've talked about them a lot. But a lot of those things that we take for granted, the fact that I can order something on Amazon today and it's at my doorstep tomorrow.
Yeah.
The fact that I can go into Coles and Woolies and buy an avocado all year round.
In season or not.
And know that every time I go there is going to be an abundance of different milks with different labels and 40,000 different cheeses. And I have the option and the privilege to go and choose which one I prefer.
Do I want to buy the farmed salmon or the wild caught salmon today? I'm just not sure. They're right beside each other on the freaking shelf. This is a miracle.
Yeah.
100%. How incredible.
How incredible. I was reading a story. Sorry, I'm jumping all over the place, but I just find this so entertaining. I was reading a story about how kings didn't know what certain things were because they were so hard to get that when the fruit came across, it had expired. So when you think about it, you could be the richest, wealthiest man in the world and still not know what a pomegranate was.
Yeah, correct.
Or never have eaten chocolate.
Yep.
And the fact that now poor people or, those of limited means, whatever you want to call them, now walk into a Coles and Woolies and access that stuff that was unprecedented, over 100 years ago is insane.
Well, we joke about it, and it is a joke, but it's also true. We live in the first time in history where obesity is associated with poverty.
Yes.
That's insane.
I wasn't going to bring it up, but the whole food stamps thing has been such an eye-opener to me. I didn't think it was worth us talking about because it doesn't apply here, but just watching what they buy with their food stamps, I'm like, huh? Anyway.
This is American politics during the shutdown, but let's move on.
So, when you look at Coles and Woolies, I'm like, look, they're making money, they're making billions because they have a supermarket within every 10 kilometres.
The turnover that they're doing.
But you also have to think, they are trying to get food from our primary growers in regional areas that are 4 or 5 hours away by road to metropolitan areas overnight, refrigerated, stored, and then distributed across to hundreds of supermarkets, so that you can rock up there every day, Purple Pingers, and buy your milk and buy your steak, and you probably don't eat steak. And then
buy your soy, whatever, your milk,
whatever it is that you're buying. And same with your local cafe, because all these socialist types are the hipster crew that live in Brunswick and all that, and they love to go for their soy lattes. I'm like, how do you think that cafe gets the food that they have?
That's the problem. They don't think.
No, they don't.
You said, how do they think?
They don't. Well, wouldn't you know it? Back again, you could not help yourself, could you? I get it. I am absolutely ridiculously good looking. So you should probably go and subscribe. And whilst you're there, maybe shout us a coffee. I have to put up with this guy every week, twice a week, for you and your entertainment, much to my displeasure. But alas, I do it because I am a virtuous soul and you're welcome. So please subscribe and tell other people to go watch because I need help.